Hi, I'm FB and this is TM News, November 19th, episode 69, beginning with the latest results. And this week I'll start with telling you the results of the EDRM Inventational, which ended this past week. This was a team tournament with a pretty unique format where multiple teams played against each other at the same time. The 4 teams that reached the grand final were Fun Team, Alpha, Cyborg and Sabre. The final was primarily dominated by Fun Team and Alpha, and it all got decided on the last map as only 6 points was the difference between the teams. Here Alpha proved to be a bit stronger though and managed to secure the win ahead of Fun Team. Then third place went to Cyborg, who had no problem staying in front of Sabre. A VOD of the grand final is linked to below in the summary. Now for an update on Dave's 21 Cup, which is nearing its end. We saw the 9th race taking place on Friday, with the win going to Bits. Bits, however, is not in the top 10 in total and won't have any shot at winning the whole cup. The current leader Shark took 2nd place this week ahead of Sabre at 3rd, and with that extends his lead in total ahead of Tommy, who's at 2nd, and Didi, who's at 3rd. With one more race left to be played, Shark looks to be the winner of the cup already. Speaking of races, my own weekly race happened on Saturday. This was the 36th race in total and the 2nd race of the November season. 201 players came to start, with 106 finishing, and first of them all was Yannex, who competed in the race for the 2nd time. He was able to narrowly defeat his teammate Sand with only half a second after a very thrilling last lap where the 2 players went back and forth in the fight for first position. 3rd place went to Sabre once again, and with 2 3rd places in a row, Sabre is now currently in the lead in the November season, 2 points ahead of Omnipods, who took 5th, and 15 points ahead of Spam, who after winning last week ended up at 10th place this time. Also happening on Saturday was the 10th edition of the ESL RPG Nightcup. New for this edition was that there was a prize of €25 going to 1st place, thanks to a generous donation from Zombie. Zombie himself was also competing in the cup, but was unable to win back his money as he ended up at 5th place. Instead, the win would go to NC9, who in the last knockout round eliminated Milkshake. 3rd place went to Kilburn. Lastly for results, the playoffs of Stadium Team Championship and Nations Cup continued on Sunday and Monday, and beginning with STC, which had its quarterfinals played. Here we saw Team Acer winning without much problems against Fun Team, and with that took a place in the semifinals once again. Their opponent there will, however, after a very long time not be either Team Dignitas or BX3, since BX3 lost against BSP in a very close match that went to 6-6 on the 2 first tracks, and then on the deciding multi-lap, all 3 rounds that were played ended with 28-27 round scores in favor of BSP. On the other side of the bracket, Penta showed strength and also a bit surprisingly only lost 1 round against All Authority, as they too reached the semifinals. Then the last team into the next round was, without much surprise, the defending champions Team Dignitas, who won against Easy Killer with 2-0. Although Easy Killer did well and was able to win 6 rounds in total against their opponent. Then for Nations Cup we had the semifinals France vs Poland and Sweden vs Germany played on Monday. No surprises here though, as France reached yet another grand final by winning with 2-0, and then Germany proved to be a lot better than Sweden and took an easy 2-0 win as well. Links to the playoffs trees for both these tournaments are found in the description. Moving on to community news, where I got a map request to mention, which is for the DOS Endurance. There seems to be no deadline for when the maps need to be submitted, but you'll find all the information that's available on this site. And to finish off the community news, Wormy is back with yet another entry in his TM interview project. This time he's interviewing Sabre, who recently finished 5th at ESWC. In this quite lengthy interview you'll find Sabre's answers to questions such as how he found out about TrackMania and also about his performance at ESWC. A link to the interview is provided below. Now for upcoming events, where I start off with mentioning Dave's 21 Cup, which will have its last race of the season this upcoming Friday at 8 PM CET. To stay updated about this event, visit its Facebook page. On Sunday at 8 PM CET, Project Gaming Germany is going to host a 1-hour NASCAR event played in TrackMania Nations Forever. No registration is needed, so just join the server to participate. In the prize pot is coppers handed out to top 10. The semifinals of Stadium Team Championship will be played on Sunday with default time set to 8 PM CET as well. Team Acer are facing off against VSP in the first semifinal, and in the second, Penta are playing versus Team Dignitas. Ways to watch these matches are found in the summary. Then to finish off the episode, the next day the grand final of Nations Cup between France and Germany will be played at 9 PM CET. France has won this tournament 7 out of 8 times, with only losing once against Sweden. Will this be their 8th win, or will Germany be able to stop them? It could be a very exciting match, so make sure to tune in. And that's all I had for this week. Thanks everyone for watching, remember to rate and comment on this video if you want, and I'll see you next time. This was a team tournament with beginning with STC, which had it with the Here we saw Team Acer winning without much problem. On the other side of the bracket, Penta showed strength and no surprises here though, as France reached yet another grand final by winning